What's going on, guys? How are you? This is Shocks and this is ShocksCapital YouTube channel. I'm back today with another exciting video. Today we are going to talk about how to trade Volatility 100 index. So guys, if you don't know about this Volatility index, it's offered by a broker called Deriv, and they trade all the synthetics indices that you can think of, the V75, the crash and boom, or all of them. So you just have to get an account and get to trade this. So today I'm going to show you how to trade the Volatility 100 index. So welcome back. And if you are new to this channel, we talk about smart money concepts, we talk about technical analysis, beat the market maker, and all you need to know about institutional trading. So guys, let's get Guys, we are on a V100 chart. So what we are going to talk about, first of all, the minimum lot size is 0.2. So it's 0.2 as you can see here, and this is a very volatile pair to trade. So I just wanted you guys to know before we get deep into the study of this chart. So what we are going to do here is we are going to be looking at the best way to be trading this chart. So we are going to look at the bias first, we're going to look at the behavior, and we're going to look at the best way to get entries when you're trading V100. So this is a pair that you can trade exclusively, which means you can trade Volatility 100 index without looking at other pairs, without trading or touching any other pair in the Deriv index. So what we are going to do here is we are going to identify what we need, and we are going to refine everything, and we are going to get to the end of this video with the best way to trade Volatility 100. So I have it, stick around and watch. So guys, what we're talking about is, if you look at a chart of Volatility index, it reminds you of what kind of a chart in Forex. It reminds me of a JPY chart. So what I mean is, this chart or this pair is always trending. If you look at it, it's either it's going up or it's going down. It's always trending. So what you can do is you have to make the trend your friend. This is point number one on how to trade the V100. You have to make the trend your friend. So what do I mean by that? I mean, you have to first identify your market structure, identify your trend, know where V100 chart is going. All right, so we have a lot of videos on this channel that talks about directional bias, so you can go check them out and come back. But if you don't have the time to do that, let me just fill you in as you go. So number one, you look at this chart, what do you see? So we are going to be using the H1 and the H2 time frame for bias, right? So when you get that out of the way, we can go straight to the point, right? I want to start here. Here. This is where we are right now. So this is the point that we are. So what does V100 do? It breaks what? Structure like this. So when V100 breaks a low, please note, when V100 breaks a low or a high, that is a very strong signal that you should not ignore, right? So we have taken out a low here, price breaks to the downside, and price moves back to the what? To the order block, right? So this is the order block. So number one, we are going to look at market structure, then we are going to be taking our entries at order blocks, right? So this is me explaining the behavior of V100. So whatever I'm going to talk about here applies only to what? To the Volatility 100. So I've been studying the V100, I've been trading the V100, and you guys know that. And what I'm just going to do here is show you how I've been doing it, and how you can also copy my methods and try to get something out of this V100. So tip number one, Volatility 100 is always trending, and when you see it ranging like this, you know it's not moving, and you wait for break of any of those structures that it might be forming. Okay, number one, there is an if we talk about aggressive moves, we are talking about V100 moves. You understand? When V100 moves, it moves. So if you can trade this and hold, you are going to make a whole ton of money. So this is what is happening at this point. So we're going to start from here and go to wherever the chart is at the moment, right? So we break a high. What do? We come back and retest a what? An order block. So it retests order block. Doesn't matter how they look, it comes back and retests those order blocks. So what you have to do is wait for the right moment to strike. Wait for the right moment to strike, and you will be doing just great. So we break another high. What does V100 do? It comes back to this. No, it doesn't come back to the order block. Why? Remember the teaching I gave to you last time. When V100 or any chart that trends, so we're talking about V100 and the JPY pairs at the moment, when it retests an order block like this, remember, when it retests an order block like this, the next move is not going to be at the order block that is formed by retesting this order block. The next move is going to be the flippy. So that's point number 2. And a V100 chart, it oscillates between the OB and the what? And the flip zone. So that's what we are doing. We are going to be looking at the flip zone and the order block. So what do I mean by that? If a V100 chart retests an order block, the next move is going to be, or is going to be expected at the next flippy zone. You understand? So we're going to be order block flippy, order block flippy, order block flippy, as you go like that, and we're going to be following the trend, right? So this is the flippy zone. The V100 comes back, retests the flippy zone, as you can see, and goes. So it's order block flippy zone. After the flippy zone, it breaks structure at this point. Breaks structure. Where is the order block? The order block in this area is this one. But price, when it goes on to break another structure, then we have this OB right here. You see that OB price retests that order block. Remember, V100 trends very, very, very high. So if it's trending high, if it's trending low, you don't have to be looking at deep retracements. That's point number 2. V100 does not make deep retracements. It makes retests as it's going up. It's full of continuous shots. It's full of continuous patterns as you go. So this is another continuous pattern. It retests another order block and goes, retests another order block and goes. So it breaks and retests, breaks and retests, breaks and retests, right? We go on to the next thing. It breaks a low here and we have an order block. And remember what I told you when this video was starting, when you see V100 making these consolidations, it's not your move. If it's making consolidations, it means it's not ready to break out or it's not ready to move. So you wait for the move to be clear. So you are going to wait for very clear pardon me. So we are going to wait for very clear moves, right? Very clear moves. So if you see yourself doubting yourself and you are trading V100, something is wrong. You have to wait for clear moves. I have to wait for clear moves. As you can see, it's trends. Order block here, it was retesting an order block. Then it breaks a what? A low. When it breaks a low, what does it do? It gives you a move. So these are the kind of moves that you are going to be entering using the lower time frame. As I said, I'm going to be showing you how to enter these flip zone moves using the lower time frame charts. Understand? So for now, we're just going to do a walkthrough of V100, and after this, you will know exactly how to conquer the V100, right? And we have this order block, price retest and goes, breaks structure, retest another order block in this area. So we are going to find a lot of retests, and this is a pair that you can trade over and over and over again. So that's what we are doing, and we break another high. What does V100 do? It goes up again. So you are not looking to sell at this point. Why? Because we have taken out a high. After taking out a high, these trades are low probability. I'm not saying they don't work. No, get me right. They work sometimes, but they're not high probability trades. Remember, when you are trading these things, we want high probability trades all the time. So we are going to be waiting for those high probability trades. If we don't find them, we don't trade. Simple as that. So this whole move here, we don't have a trade here. Why? Because there's nothing clear here. There's nothing clear. But if you are a retail trader we are all retail traders, right? But if you trade the head and shoulder, maybe this would look like one and you would get your entry. But remember, we are not in the business. We are trading smart money, and we're trading order blocks. Break of structure, as you can see, in order block. So these are footprints that the V100 will leave. So as I said, the V100 is a very high trending what pair. It trends. When it trends, and it moves. So when you see, so the secret is to wait for at least 2 confirmations of a trend, then join the trend. You understand? So this is a pair that you can hold for days. You understand? And as volatile as it is, it might be very hard for some of you guys to hold V100, because in no time, in an M5 move, it can show you a very, very, very high returns using the lowest lot size. So what you can do is you can just relax and hold this trade if you are patient enough. So this is an order block, right? Then the confirmation number 2 is the second break of structure, right? That's confirmation number 2 of a trend, and you can be joining this trend here. Imagine if you had entered at this point and you get out at this point, or even at this point, you would have made money. If you are familiar with V100 as I am, you know that a very, very, very sharp move like this will give you a lot of returns using this lowest lot size. Imagine if you put a 1 there, you will either blow your account or make money. So it goes both ways. So I want you to be managing your risk and trading this pair. It's very easy to trade, but you just have to risk less and be patient with it. So order block, flip zone, this is what it's doing. But when it breaks a low like this, something is up, and you have to change your direction. Order block, retest here. So here you have 2 confirmations. You have a trend line and order block retest. What are you going to do? You are going to be waiting for break of structures, and you are going to be doing this. This is what you are going to be doing. Retest, you go, you retest, you go. So you can be entering a trade here, sell, right? When it breaks a low like this, what do? You wait for a retest back to the order block. You add your position again. When you get when you collapse all your position, you will be getting out with a lot of position. So the best thing you can do when trading V100 is don't enter all at once. Just stagger your positions. Enter gradually, and be holding your trades. That's the secret. If you can't hold, you can make money. So you break here, that's V100. So V100 is the one who is breaking, not you. So you are not, you break, it breaks. Just for fun, guys, just for fun. So this is an order block retest, then this is another order block retest, then this is the flippy. So you have to be very, 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 very careful when trading the flip zones, because sometimes it can go as deep. So number 1, you can be looking for fair value gaps at the flip zones, or you can be looking at order blocks at those flip zones, or you can use the lower time frame to get better entries. So that's what we are doing. And as I said, when we're starting, when V100 trends, it trends for sure. Look at this move. So what I'm just telling you here is get the trade as early as possible, hold. You understand? Get the trade as early as possible and hold. You understand? So you would have entered here and you hold, and you'll be adding as it goes. So if you enter here 0.2 or 0.4, here you add maybe 0.2. You don't have to add a lot. You just enter 0.4 or 0.5 at this point. You add 0.2 here. It retests here. You don't add, because there is no reason for you to be adding at this point. You understand? So you don't add at this point. You add at the flippy zone here. Add the flippy. You add the flippy. As I said, it moves the same way as the JPY pairs. So you are going to find that most of the trades are going to be at the flip zone, at the flip zone, at the flip zone. So you are going to be trading order blocks and flip zone. You understand? And this is a trade, an order block trade, but you would have collapsed your trades after the break of this low. When it breaks a low, you are out. So you wait and be looking for for more trades here. Maybe you would have entered around here, and when it breaks a high, you are out. Right? So if you are trailing your stop, when it gives you a high, a new high or a new low, you are going to be putting your trailing stop below that low or above that high. So that's how you are going to be trailing your stops when trading a V100. So these are all entries that you could have taken. And as I said when I started this video, when V100 is trending, it moves and it trends for sure. What am I saying? Hold if you can and be patient. The trades will come. If you miss it, be patient. If you miss it, be patient. If you miss it, be patient. So you just have to understand this is how V100 moves. When it breaks a low, what do? You collapse your trades and you look for trades in the other direction. Imagine if you get it here. Just imagine. I know most of you will not get it, but just imagine. So if you know you can't get it, what do? You study. You put in the work, you become familiar with V100 and you trade with risk management. Are we together? We trade with risk management. You see, this is what V100 is, and this is how you can be taking advantage of the V100 trades, and you can be making some sense doing it. And remember what I said, when it starts to consolidate, you don't want to be involved. Here, you're not involved there, you're not involved, you leave. When it starts to trend, when it breaks this trend line and that, you are waiting for your trade where? Here. And you get that trade, and what do? You hold. So it's been trending for days now. In our signals groups, I posted today that we had no trade. Why? Because this has been trending and we are waiting for a break and a clear move so that we can join the wagon. So guys, this is how you see the buyers on V100. So what we are going to do is I'm just going to show you how to trade the flip zone of V100 using the lower time frame. So we are going to look for a flippy. So here let's just use this one and go to the lower time frames and try to see how we can be trading that. So at the flip zone, if you go to lower time frames, number one, you are going to find either the fair value gap or a very nice order block. So you are going to be taking your trades from either of these. The flip zone is here. So when you are trading a flip zone, just price will pierce through the zone and it will go deeper. If you want to sell from the flip zone, just allow price to maybe go deeper to the flip zone, and you will be looking at trades after it kind of, okay, let me say it's not violating, but it's more like it violates the flip zone. Because when we were taught how to trade the flip zone back then, it was told that when price breaks a low, it comes back to retest that low, like this, something like this. It comes back exactly that low. So the books, we had diagrams like this in the books, right? So what I'm telling you is it doesn't do this. It kind of gets deeper in the area, kind of validates the book setup. So what you are going to do is you are going to be finding a fair value gap in this area of the chart. So this yellow zone being this line, right? You are going to be finding some fair value gaps in this area. You understand what I'm saying? You understand where I'm coming from, right? So this is what I'm saying. So if you get here, you will see that we have a fair value gap here. So we're going to be marking that fair value gap. We have this gap and we have that. So this is a fair value gap. You see what price did? Comes back to that fair value gap, retests, and we're looking at it going down. So I'm not saying this is going down now. Why? I'm saying this is how you trade the flip zone when you are looking at V100. Why? Because as I said this is consolidating. So we don't have a valid setup at this point. Since we don't have a valid setup, we will be looking at this kind of setup. So I'm telling you how to trade these kind of setups using a very, very bad example at this point. This might work out, but no, this is not a trade that I would want you to be using in trading your your money. So guys, this is it, and this is how you can conquer V100 and make money. If you have any questions pertaining this, just type in the comment section and I'll be ready to help. And if you don't have an account that lets you trade these indices, you can open your account. The links are in the description down below, and you can open your account today, start trading V100 using this method, and I'll see you on the other side. My name is Shocks and I'm out. Trade what you see.